Welcome to our monthly market outlook for the last month of the year. The outlook for December. We still think the set index may possible to end the year around 1600 level, despite a choppy trading in early of the month. The resistance level will be around 1600 to 1620, and the support level will be around 1540 to 1520. Let's take a look on the details. So for this month, we think the internal factor seems more interesting and would be a key factor to move the market. Normally, the foreign investor would reduce their role in December to celebrate the long holidays, while the institutional investor would increase their activities and push the markets up, especially by the end of the month. So we'll show you the statistic about the foreign investor and institutional investor both by the end of the year, especially in the month of December. On this page, we show the net buy and sales of foreign and institutional investors compared to their average buying and selling for the whole years. This graph shows the 10-year statistic during 2005 to 2014. The bar chart in the yellow and the dark blue show the percentage of the monthly net buy and sell of each group that deviate from its whole year's average of buying or selling. And the figures in the box show the probabilities or chance of the event to happen. You can see from the chart that in the early of years, the institutional investors always normally stick to the next selling side, while the foreigner choose to be the net buyer. And in contrast with the early of the years, by the end of years, the institutional will turn to be the net buyer, while foreigners flip itself to be the net seller. In the month of December, we found that 9 out of 10 years, or around 90%, the institutional investor were net buyer in terms of the amount above its whole year average of selling, around 60%, as shown in the bar chart in the last one. It's deviate from the means around 60%. And on the other hand, for the foreign statistics, it seems not so clear as the chart quite a very thin or very small. Although the foreigners were net seller, but in terms of the amount, it was not deviate much from the means. Moreover, there were only 4 out of 10 years that the amount of selling would be more than the whole year's average, only 40%. So we should focus on the institutional investor movement. So for the internal factors that we just to keep a close watch would be the news is stimulus measure from the government, the daily results of the MRT green lines, and the institutional investor buying. So the LTF buying. So the LTF is long-term fund that the employee always buy to get benefits from the tax reduction. And from the statistic told us that they always buy pretty much by the end of the year, especially in December, the average buying will be around 15 billion baht. And another factor that to push the market up by the end of years from the institutional investor front is the window dressing. The activities were most active in the first quarters. From the 17-year statistic during 1997 to 2013, it shows us that 60% will have a 65% chance that the selling mix would end in positive in December, with the average returns around 2.77%. And the last weeks, if we focus in December, we'll say that the last weeks of the month will be the most gainer with a return rate of around 1.47% on average. So in from the short-term strategy for investor that we recommend would be sell on high and buy on lows. And for short-term investor, they may lock partial profits and hold only some over the years, as the beginning of the years normally you may see some selling from the institutional investors launch, especially from the LTF buyer, those due for 5-year holdings. So that means they are ready for the redemptions. So the statistics show us that 50% of the LTF buyer, their holdings period reach 5 years. 50% of them they are ready to lock in the profits or redeem their fund. So that may create some selling force from the institutional investor launch. And we in 2015 the LTF buyer is in 2011 to get the right to sell their funds. So the amount of around 30 billion baht may be have to prepare for the redemptions. At least 50%, as the statistics show us that 50% of them normally will sell in the first year. So just beware on the selling side of the institutional investor. So in medium to long term strategy, we still recommend to buy on weakness with focus on the shadows benefits from the government stimulus package or stimulus measures, and the investments policy from the government side, and also for the business next year. That will be the great opportunities when the market have some consolidation in early of December to accumulate those shares and to sell in next years. For the share, we recommend this month. I will pass to Khun Danai to give you more details.
The first company we will talk about today is a Union Auction Public Company, and the stock ticker code is AUCT. The company is a market leader in the car auction business, and for the last few years, the company has been selected by the Revenue Department, the Office of the Narcotics Control Board, and the other financial institution to hold the car auction. During the slowing economic condition in the first 9 months of this year, the number of the cars going under the auctions and we can estimate the AUCT will get the benefit on this, and we expect the profit growth for 2014 to grow at 182% to 196 million baht, on the expectation that the revenue will go up by 49%. And also, the management is also planned to increase the number of cars to place under the auction in financial year 2015. That will be further boost to the company earnings next year. In addition, the company also plan to extend the branch count and turn its warehouse into an auction venue, which would in turn help increase the number of the auction rounds. We also expect the AUCT to deliver sequential profit growth of 54% year-on-year in the financial year 2015. It's a very it's a kind of the stock with a growth prospect and with a high ROE. The stock right now is trading is quite low. Is right now we have a buy on this one with a target price of the 21.80 baht, 21.80 a share, based on the justified PE ratio of 39.4 times, equivalent to the PE to growth for the financial year 2015 of the 0.7 times. The next one would be the electronic component company, and the name, the ticker code is the KCE. We see the potential best-in-class of the earning growth in the financial year 2014, and we see three things. Number one is we see the 17% growth in the sales to $335 million on the back of the production of the new cars. The second one is the flat scrap rate, or the yield loss has been stabilized. And the third one is the margin expansion on the higher capacity utilization rates. All of these will deliver the earning growth of this year of 67% to the 1,962 million baht. For the new facilities, which will begin the production in the early next year, will likely to be in red in the initial stages of the operation, as the capacity utilization rate will be below the break-even point. Despite the short-term pains, the new facility will be a boon to the company in the long term. We also expect some growth continue into the financial year 2015. We expect the growth 17% from the growth of 66% in 2014, and KCE also trading at the lowest PE multiple in the sector. Right now they're trading just 10 times, and they have some rules, some discount to our justified PE, which we set at the 13 times. We have a buy on this one with a target price 47.50. The third one is the shipping company. In the company doing the business in the dry bulk shipping business. The data, according to the recent data, you see some high of the demand growth for the next year. Will be the demand for the 2014, 2015 and 16 demand will grow 6 to 5%. As opposed to the supply side, which grow 5% and 4%. So we can see the demand is kind of like the outstrip of the supply growth in the next 2 years. As a result, the management has a bullish view on the prospect of the recovery in the industry, but the volatility is still around. But with the PSL, the precious shipping, the PSL operates the biggest fleet of the 45 vessels in the industry. As part of its fleet modernization and the PSL plan to sell 21 aging vessels from its fleet and take a delivery of the 24 new built vessels in the financial year 2015 to 16. Thanks to its largest fleet size and the biggest size of the vessels, PSL would likely to stand to reap the most benefit of the recovery of the dry bulk shipping market. We had a buy on this one with a target price 26.50 a share based on the price per book multiple of 1.75 times. And the last one, we have a PTT. We expect some sequential improvement on the earnings of the 2015. Despite the concern of the crude oil's price declining on the fear of the new supply coming to the market, especially in America, the impact could be alleviated by number one, the capacity addition of the PTTEP is subsidiary through the production startup in the Algeria field and the full year contribution from the Saltiga field. Number two, the narrowing losses from the NGV sales after the National Energy Policy Council has a decision to raise the NGV prices by 1 baht per kilogram in the October 2014 and another 1 baht per kilogram in December 2014. And this takes the retail NGV price to 12.5 baht per kilo. Every 1 baht rise in the NGV prices will narrow the PTT losses on the NGV sales by between the 2.7 billion to the 2.6 billion or the 0.96 a share. We have a hope pin on the energy price reform, especially the LPG, to reflect the actual costs. Every 1 baht per kilo rise in the LPG prices would reduce losses from the LPG sales by 1.5 billion or the 5.25 a shares. In addition, the more clear picture is also seen in the 2015 on the back of the leasing plan of its subsidiaries, the GPSE and the SPRC, and also another good catalyst would be the divestment of the BCP. Therefore, we have a buy on the PTT with a target price 398 baht a share. This is based on the 10 times price earning ratio for the 2015. This would be all for our presentation for this month.